starts getting bad. You hear those sirens humming. Grab a six-pack and a lawn chair. There's a tornado coming.
My neighbor Carl, he lives next door. Paint flamingos on his porch. God, he teaches driving school and he sits out by his plastic pool. He takes off his shirt, he opens up a cold one. Carl means a boom, but it takes on to no one. Music's playing up and down the block. It's mostly Christian blues, country folk and southern rock. Childhood peace or paradise way out here in the woods. There's a party going on down in my trailer hood. Right across the street there's Gambling James. He's always got the poker game. If you care to try your luck, you can buy a seat for $15. You can call the raise. Hey, you can check and fold. I like bump or stud, but it's mostly Texas Hold'em. Music's playing up and down the block. It's mostly Christian blues, country folk and southern rock. Charlie Peace of paradise way out here in the woods. There's a party going on down in my trailer hood. I'm in tattoos and farmers' tans, rodeo and NASCAR fans, and New England Patriot football on TV. When the storm starts getting bad, y'all hear those sirens humming. Grab a six-pack and a lawn chair. There's a tornado coming. Oh, let's two-step it. I got music playing up and down the block. It's always Christian blues, country folk and southern rock. Childhood dreams of paradise way out here in the woods. There's a party going on down in the trailer hood. I got it made in a shade with my moonshine lemonade. There's a party going on down in the trailer hood. I think it's gonna miss us, Mama. Bring me another beer if you would, darling. I love you.
See the girl coming from a mile away. She's got her big wheels turning. She's got Oklahoma plates. She's got a sunroof up. She's got a window rolled down. And you ought to feel the ground shaking when she comes to town. Hey, I'm in love with a girl in a four-wheel drive. Chrome steel bumpers and red steel sides. She has a large time, large machine. I wonder how she gets up in that thing. Cast a big shadow sitting in the sun. Revved up, rocking and ready to run. Someday soon I'm gonna climb right up, take a little ride in her big old truck. She's got bucket seats, fully customized. In your wildest dreams painted on the side. It was built to run. She was built to show daddy. She's got a haggard hip playing on the stereo. Hey, I'm in love with a girl in a four-wheel drive. Chrome steel bumpers and red steel sides. She has a large time, large machine. I wonder how she gets up in that thing. It
Martina McBride, Toby Keith, and me, Ed Bruce. And George will be back too. One of the great things about doing a show like this is giving old friends a chance to get together backstage.
Boy, if we got a show today, I'll tell you what, I'm going to start off with Martina McBride.
Hey.
Oh, it's great to have you.
It's so great to be here.
I've admired your work so much.
Well, thank you. That means a lot coming from you.
You got a beautiful voice, and I'll tell you what, we're going to get into that after a while.
Okay.
But we're going to have a ball today. Boy, my old buddy, Ed Bruce. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, pal.
Got that low voice. I love it.
He's one of the guys that ever been on shows, had a deeper voice than I do. Usually they get me for the deep voice.
Toby, how you been doing?
I've been good.
How's the record business?
It is good. We had took a little break there and did 2 or 3 months at home. I've got a little 20-month-old little boy that I'm trying to teach how to not be like me.
Yeah, that makes a difference. I'll tell you what, I got a little grandson now, almost 4 years old, and we just got, you get attached to him. So
they're beautiful.
He's with us. He's with us today.
Is he?
He's over in there somewhere.
Yeah,
he tried to go to sleep on me a while ago, but
we're just out here doing some. I live in Oklahoma, so
you still live there?
Yeah, and got a little ranch there, and I come out here and I'm doing my session for my next album. So I'm out here this week working on my album. So
great. And what's your last album?
I just did my greatest hits album. I did a little song called "Get You Some." That was a silly
I love
little
that song.
That's the one I've been.
That's so cool.
That's the one my wife's been talking about.
Well, now,
I heard a little bit of it the other day, and I liked it.
I love it.
It's just.
Did you write that song?
Yeah.
That's killer.
Well,
my little girl loves it. She's
It's
4.
the sweetest little message.
It's a cute song. It's a cute song.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Can I just jump into a little story? I have a little story to tell.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
When I was 16 years old, I opened a show for this gentleman right here.
Said we didn't.
This is probably not fit to watch, y'all.
Oh, we got to watch Toby here right now. Toby Keith.
As a matter of fact, that video, how is it recently used as part of something for the Cowboys?
Yeah,
the
it was
Super Bowl
used
champs?
with the NFL videos, used it in a retrospective of the Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl season, and I just got a peek at a rough mix the other day, and it was great. I was just blown away. Sidekick was Troy Aikman and the whole thing. I'm just...
Man, my mom was mad at me over that
football
haircut.
player yourself, you're going to try to show up at spring camp
The
this year?
Shania in the middle, you
no,
said?
my days of that's over. This is easier, I think, sometimes.
Was she your girlfriend back then or something? Or?
No, that was a thing they did. All 3 new artists. That guy closest to the desk over there was a guy named John Brannon. Me and Shania and John were out on a thing in January of '93 through March or something called the Mercury had a triple play. All 3 new artists for the year came out. We did a 6-week tour and played with a band did an hour and a half.
Was she
show.
on the tour with you? And she did work the road before she got popular.
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
Oh, that's something I don't think the folks knew there.
I didn't know.
And I
didn't either.
I had a big record off of that tour. Should Have Been a Cowboy was a big song for me, and so at the end of that tour, I was already had dates booked and was going to go out.
I
on the
love that
road.
thing. Do me about a verse there.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always liked that.
I bet you never heard old Marshall Dillon say, Miss Kitty, have you ever thought of running away? Settling down, would you marry me? If I asked you twice and begged you pretty please. Lord, she'd have said yes in a New York minute. They never tied the knot. His heart wasn't in it, just stole a kiss and he rode away. But he never hung his hat up at Kitty's place. I should have been a cowboy. Should have learned to rope and ride. Wearing my 6-shooter, riding my pony on a cattle drive. Stealing a young girl's hearts, just like Gene and Roy, singing those campfire songs. Oh, I should have been a cowboy.
Yeah.
Did you write that?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's good. That's really good.
She told me she'd had a little rough time on that tour with her song and stuff, and I said, "What are you going to do now?" And she said, I said, I'm going to go back and work some bars and start making some money and trying to get my financial stuff in shape for the first time.
Put the kitty out.
Yeah. Put the kitty out.
Oh,
and she said, well, I won't tour until I'm headlining Coliseums. And I just went, whatever. And she didn't, you know. Bless her heart, she came on. And
she was one of the few that knew what lay ahead, I guess.
She knew what she wanted.
Boy. Yeah, she went and got exactly what she wanted, and she's a very powerful musical influence now. I mean, she's really doing well.
I used to come home late, not a minute too soon, barking like a dog, howling at the moon. You'd be mad as nowhere to him, up all night wondering where I'd been. I'd fall down and say, come help me, honey. You laughed out loud, I guess you thought it was funny. I sobered up, I got to thinking that you ain't much fun since I quit drinking. Now I'm painting the house and I'm mending the fence. It's gone and lost all my good sense. It's too much work, it's hot for your head. I could have died drinking, now I'm killing myself. And I'm feeding the dog, sacking the trash. It's honey do this, honey do that. I sobered up, I got to thinking that you ain't much fun since I quit drinking. That's what I think about it, man. You made a big list and I'm busting my wheel. I'm all broken down, tail's been dragging. It's a rough old life up here on the wagon. I'm feeding the dog, sacking the trash. It's honey do this, honey do that. I sobered up, I got to thinking that you ain't much fun since I quit drinking. Yeah, I sobered up, done a lot of thinking, mama, ain't much fun since I quit drinking. That's all, baby doll.
I bet you never heard old Marshall Dillon say, Miss Kitty, have you ever thought of running away? Settling down, would you marry me? If I ask you twice, bet you pretty please. She'd have said yes in a New York minute and never tied the knot. His heart wasn't in it, just stole a kiss and he rode away. He never hung his hat up. Kitty's blue. Should have been a cowboy. Should have learned to rope and ride. In my 6-year ride, my pony on a cattle drive. Stealing a young girl's heart, just like Jane Roy, singing those campfire songs. Should have been a cowboy. Might have had a sidekick, funny name, running wild through the hills chasing Jesse James. Ending up on the brink of danger and riding shotgun with a Texas Ranger. You're this young man, haven't you been told? California's full of whiskey and women and gold. Sleeping out all night beneath the desert star, dreaming my and a prayer. My yard should have been a cowboy. Should have learned to rope and ride. With my 6-shooter, riding my pony on a cattle drive. Stealing a young girl's heart, just like Jane Roy, sang a few country
song. Should have been a cowboy.
I think the last time you sang on this show, you sang Red Solo Cup.
Yeah.
I sang it with you.
You did.
Do you remember?
Did you have anything in the
It was
solo
brand
cup?
new. It was the first time it had been played, and you learned
Butchered it.
You learned it right on the spot, though.
Well, I mean, Red Solo Cup. How hard is that?
Yeah, you got it.
How did you come up with that song? Were you just drinking?
He
it?
loves
Red
beer.
Solo? I know, but I love.
Some buddies of mine wrote it, passed it around town, and I don't usually cut songs I don't write. And I heard it, and I go, I got it.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
So great. I love it.
You also wrote a song for us. I don't know if you remember it, but here it is.
News you can use again and again. Fox and Friends.
Very nice.
Very good. So you said your dad was in the military, lost
Yeah.
his eye fighting for our country, and that's where you get your patriotism. How did you start playing music? Was your dad musically inclined?
My grandmother on my mother's side bought me a guitar when I was 8. She had a supper club, had a band. I used to sit in with them as a kid and started writing songs as a teenager.
Self-taught?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
And who knew it would lead to all of this? You got a brand new album out. It's called Bus Songs. You performed for the President of the United States at the inaugural, and I remember watching it. It looked like a cold night there at the Lincoln Memorial. There were a number of performers who were asked to do it, said, yes, I will, and they backed out. You did not. Why?
I played for all 3 of the presidents since I've had a career, so it's what you're supposed to do.
It is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, so White House called, and I showed up for all 3 presidents.
That's what I don't understand. You've got so many people that bailed on the inauguration because they were scared they were going to be linked to a president that, you know, some of the country didn't like. But it's the President of the United States. When the President invites you somewhere, you say yes. I don't care if you voted for him or not.
And, you know, I went to the White House with Bush. I played at the Peace Prize, Nobel Peace Prize for Obama. Was invited to all this stuff, and then they invite me to play the inauguration. I mean, it's historical.
Sure.
And I'm going to go, so.
Yeah. Is your dad or your parents still alive?
Mom is.
Your mom. Did your dad ever hear you play music and see your success?
Oh, yeah.
He did?
Oh, yeah, he got
What was
sick.
his reaction to that?
He didn't think I had, he thought I needed fiddles. He liked the old Texas Western swing.
Sure.
And I didn't have fiddles, so he didn't like the fact that he thought I wasn't country enough.
Are you encouraging your kids to get into music too?
Yeah, my daughter actually has put an album out. She's a writer and singer. She does really well.
What's her name? I'll have to look her up.
Crystal
Okay.
Keith, yeah.
All right, good. And then you have grandkids.
Yeah,
How
3 of
many?
them.
3. Where are they, and what are their
They're in
personalities?
Oklahoma, and they're all little, and they're just like the littlest one's like Crystal, and the other 2's like my other daughter, and Shelly, and they just they don't act like I do.
Yeah. It's hard to believe, but this weekend marked 16 years since September the 11th, 2001.
It's crazy.
Tell us about Red, White, and Blue.
It was written about 2 days after 9/11, and I was watching the news, and somebody said, I guess we could go bomb them. That would be so the American way. And I was like, they just flew planes into our towers and killed thousands of people. Wouldn't that be like so terrorist way instead of American? Why are we already bashing us? We didn't do anything yet. And I wrote it on the back of a fantasy football sheet in 20 minutes. And General James Jones, who's the Supreme Allied Commander of Europe, Commandant of the Marine Corps, and the National Security Advisor for Obama, was a friend of mine. And he said, you need to release that song. And I prayed about it because I knew it was going to be a lightning rod
And so many people have probably come up to you and told you that that song meant what to them?
Every military person has pretty much said that that song was a new battle cry for us. That gave us the gumption to charge.
Music is something that I think brings everyone together. I think we need more of it. You know, I just feel like music, and now we're covering, you know, these storms, which are horrible, but I find after the storm, so many people come together to help one another. It's really a moment of being united. I feel like music is like that as well.
Yeah, and you know, if there's hurricanes going on, you can just feel everything softening up a little bit. Because people come together.
That's right.
Americans can come together.
Yeah, doesn't matter who you voted for if you're helping your neighbor.
All right. Toby, once again, go out and download his new album. It's called Bus Songs. Toby Keith, always a pleasure.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
You were wonderful.
Bless your heart.
Thank you for being
Thank
so
Toby.
patriotic.
Thank
Bless
you.
your heart.
Thank you for
We'll be
being
praying
All
for
right,
you.
guys.
All right. I want to show you something really special. This guy right here is a World War II vet. He's 91 years old. He's a Marine that survived all that shit. Neil Chira. Just trying to keep on with all the this song. You love it, you love everything that everyone found and right and long business in my just look for success. My head down to my boots. Oh, money, I got bills that I can't pay, and I don't do it for glory. I just do it anyway. Providing for our future, my responsibility. Under pressure, being all that I can be. Being chronic, sick on Mondays when my weekend's been too strong. I go straight through my holiday, sometimes all night long. You can bet that I'll stand ready when I walk round at the door. I'm solid and I'm steady, and I'm true down to the core. I belong always to my lady, no matter what the price. I'm down it up because I know the sacrifice. People, I don't want to die for you, but if dying's asking me, I'll bear that cross with honor. Freedom, no feel free. I'm an American soldier, America. Like my brothers and my sisters, while they take us down. Peace, integrity, I will always do what's right. I'm not here on your front line, and please tonight, everything's so good. hating us and evil. Thank you for your service, sacrifice, and our freedom.
All right, Toby, in your opinion, what makes a song a country song?
A lot of things can make it a country song, but most of the time it's kind of foreseen. You don't have to ask that question most of the time. You know it's country when you hear it, but lyrically, anything can be anything. So to make it country, you have to have that steel guitar. You know what I mean? You have steel guitar, fiddle, dobro, those kind of things. Be kind of organic with it to really make it country. There's a lot of things passed for country.
It's really primarily instrumental then, in your opinion, you think?
Yeah, because lyrically, you could hip-hop any lyric you wanted to, or you could blues up any lyric you wanted to, or you could countryize, chicken fry any kind of lyric too. So there was a band that covered AC/DC years ago, bluegrass band that covered all their songs. They did them bluegrass style. It sounded like bluegrass music. So instrumentally, I'd say the music.
We learned in, I think it was a Forbes magazine that you're worth $500 million. I just wondered if you still have to use a budget.
Have what?
Do you have a budget?
No, I don't have a budget no more.
Buy whatever you want.
I can't outrun it now.
That must be nice.
I can't screw it up that bad.
Okay.
My grandkids couldn't screw that up.
Will Show Dog and Big Machine ever join forces and become one?
We were once. We started together.
Did you really?
Yeah, we started together, and lasted 6 months. We're incompatible.
How so?
We just can't live together. We had to get different bed partners.
What's the most ridiculous rumor that you've ever heard about yourself?
Golly, pick one. I don't know. The obvious one that sticks out all the time is that I'm a Republican. I've never been a Republican a day in my life, and I just laugh every time I hear it. So the people who support that branch of government always wave my flag and say, at least we got him. And the people who are against it always go, well, he's a Republican. I was a Democrat my whole life till about 6 years ago, and I became independent, but I've never been a Republican. That's the most far-off base one. That's the one where the headlines win.
What's more sacred in the country music world? Would that be Dolly Parton's boobs or Luke Bryan's butt?
I don't know about the butt thing, but I know the boobs are lucrative. She made a lot of money off those.
The Toby Keith Dixie Chicks drama, is that over? Are you guys on good terms? Are you ignoring each other? Anything to say there?
I haven't heard from them in 12 years. I don't know nothing about them.
And let's talk about your son, football.
Yeah.
You're taking Fridays off now, playing high school ball. And
not just Fridays, almost the whole fall.
Okay.
He's a junior, and he's got a junior and senior year, 6A school. Quarterback on his team's going to Alabama, and committed to Alabama, so they got a good chance. And I'm gonna go watch a lot of Friday night football. And
how you feel about that, Alabama?
Huh?
He's committed to Alabama.
Yeah, but Oklahoma picked their kid. Oklahoma does a little bit more. This kid's a little more stand in the pocket, moves around good, but he throws. He's a slinger, gunslinger back there. And the quarterbacks Oklahoma takes are more mobile. They run a little bit and throw. And they got their commitment they wanted. And this kid was stuck without a deal, and it shows you how good he is. But I'm going to pull for him while he's here.
Okay.
And pull for him while he's with my son.
You're going to be on the sidelines then?
Yep.
Do you help coach, or do you?
I quit last year. It was my first year. I had my son and his boys from 2nd grade through 9th grade and into some of the 10th grade, and then I quit. It's time for me to turn them over.
You got any fun razzle-dazzle plays up your sleeve?
Oh, I've always got one of those. I gave a good friend of mine, Tom Brown, who's kind of a Hall of Fame legendary coach in North Carolina in high school. I gave him my 2-point conversion play one time after he coached Kevin Wilson, who's at Indiana now, the head coach at Indiana University. He was our offensive coordinator, and Tom coached him back in the day in high school. So he would come to the OU games, and I took Coach Brown out of dear old soul, and I said, he goes, what's your favorite play? I said, the play you can use is my goal line play. And I gave him my goal line play to run on the 2-point conversion. And they went back and run it, and they're after being successful 5 out of 6 times, when they call it in, they hold up and act like they're playing air guitar from the sideline. That's their signal in, is they play a guitar, air guitar, and that tells them to run my play.
So is that what's next for you then, the Toby Keith playbook?
Yeah, I can't. My playbook's too good. They couldn't deal with my playbook. You know why? Because we sometimes don't punt on 4th down. We very seldom ever punt on 4th down. If we get across 40-yard line, our 40-yard line, we don't punt. So they wouldn't like that. I put the pressure on. I figure if it's 4th and 3, I got a better chance. I figure I got a better chance picking up 3 yards than I do of punting it and stopping them from going and scoring a field goal. So they're going to get a field goal anyway. So.
Hello, Mrs. Johnson, self-righteous woman, Sunday school teacher, what brings about slumming? Do you reckon preacher would approve where you are? Standing here visiting with a backsliding Christian in a neighborhood bar. Yeah, that's my bottle. Yeah, that's my glass. I see you eyeballing, pretty young lady. Ain't none of your business, but yeah, she's me. And we don't need no sermon, you self-righteous woman, just let us be. Yeah, the Lord knows I'm drinking and running around, and I don't need your loud mouth informing the town. Lord knows I'm sinning, but sinning ain't right. Me and the good Lord's gonna have us a good talk later tonight. Goodbye, Mrs. Johnson. self-righteous pity. Well, we don't need your preaching, and we don't need your pity. Go back to whatever you hypocrites do. And when I talk to heaven, be nice and I'll put in a good word for you. You know why? Said the Lord knows I'm drinking and running around, and it don't need your loud mouth informing the time. Lord knows I'm sinning. We know sinning ain't right. Me and the good Lord's gonna have us a good talk later tonight. That's right. Me and the good Lord's gonna have us a good talk later tonight.
12 years ago, and we never did release it as a single, but I hang out in Cabo a lot, and all of the guys that go around and play in the bars have been playing this song, so I've added it to the set list. Yeah, last time you saw me, I was this cool, hanging out in Mexico, down by the pool here in Cabo San Lucas. I sent you a ticket to fly in, so like to see you, we could hook up again here in Cabo San Lucas. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm a guitar, singing my songs downtown in the bar. Come with a friend, come by yourself. Sleep here with me, I ain't got nobody else in Cabo San Lucas. Yeah, my heart gets hot about this time of year, except for the fishermen, they all disappear here in Cabo San Lucas. Pacifico's great, tequila is too. I got it all going on, baby. I ain't got you here in Cabo San Lucas. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm on a guitar, singing my songs downtown in the bar. You can come with a friend, you can come by yourself. Sleep here with me, I ain't got nobody else in Cabo San Lucas. Oh, I'll show you the stars and the moon and the sea of Cortez and the San Jose beach as the sun sinking down in the west. Girl, I'm leaving you this message, and if you give it down, and you wanna call me, you know where I am. I'm in Cabo San Lucas, way down in Mexico, way down in Cabo. For the messages on my telephone, there was one from my sister and one from an old friend. He said, heard from you last night, dog, but where the hell you been? He said, checking up on you, boy. Me too. All right. By the way, man, I saw her last night, stuck in there, man, hit her face, like from all the tears I cried. Broken heart pain, I would never carry you around with me, but it seems like everywhere I go, somebody wants to know where you've been. Are you coming back again? I swear I can't take you anywhere. I swear I can't take you. I can't take you anywhere. And I can't take you anywhere. Na 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 na. To lay your sweet country ass down once in a while. Give me a little run on, a little double loving, baby. Hey, don't you sweat it. Hey, everything's waiting inside for you. You know I got it. Come and get it. Who's your daddy? Who's your baby? Who's your buddy? Who's your friend? Turn left at the hotel, thank you. Louis Boulevard must you will, it hasn't changed since I've been gone.
this used to be my way home. They paved the road through the neighborhood. I guess the county finally fixed it good. It was getting rough. Someone finally complained enough. But the tears back with their smile. Stop and look for a little while. Oh, it's plain to see. The only thing missing is me. 'Cause that's my house and that's my car. That's my dog in my backyard. There's a window to the room where she lays a pretty head. I planted that tree out by the fence not long after we moved in. There's my kids and that's my wife. Who's that man running my life? If I put in would it cause a scene? Hey, they're not really expecting me. Those kids have been through hell. I hear they've adjusted well. Turn around in the neighbor's drive. I'd be hard to recognize in his pickup truck. It's just an old fixer-up. Drive away one more time. A lot of things running through my mind. I guess less things change, more they never seem the same. 'Cause that's my house and that's my car. That's my dog in my backyard. There's a window to the room where she lays a pretty head. I planted that tree out by the fence not long after we moved in. There's my kids and that's my wife. Who's that man running my life? Yeah, that's my house and that's my car. That's my dog in my backyard. There's a window to the room where she lays a pretty head. I planted that tree out by the fence not long after we moved in. There's my kids and that's my wife. Who's that man running my life? Hey, who's that man running my life? Who's that Who's that man running my life?
Much in love with life, happy in every way. Love the movie again. Somehow got lost in play, like a fire burning out of control. You got caught up in the actor's role. You cried on my shoulder till it came to an end. But that's all in the movies. It won't happen till you die. That's all in the movies. yes I know. That's all in the movie. Just a bad picture show. Think it's good. That's all in the movies. Won't happen to us, I know. It's all in the movies. Just a bad picture show. There it is.